What's up, guys? I'm Peter with Falcon Leather, and welcome back to another update as I continue to document my journey of building this leather goods company. Starting out with finishing out this workshop. I started this build out back in February as a DIY project, and this week I checked off the last task that I'm not doing myself. We have air conditioning. Now I can work up here without feeling like I'm in a sauna. And later, I'm going to give an update on the design rush. Oh, and before we get into it, I want to thank everybody who wished my mom a happy birthday in last week's video. She had a great day with family, and I really appreciate the kind messages.
Falcon Ridge Leather.
So living on the Gulf Coast of Texas my whole life, you kind of learn to deal with the heat. But the space that I'm converting into a workshop, it's the upstairs of my garage, and it's basically an oven. The roof makes up pretty much the entire surface area. And afternoons up here are brutal. Last summer, I would be up here working on the laser over there, and it would be 115 degrees with the windows open. Something I find funny is I watch several different YouTubers who live up north, and my favorite one is Neil Cook, Dig Drive DIY. And in his videos, he'll be working outside in the snow and casually mentioning it's in the teens.
Right now, the main objective is to get it all home, and then we'll see about splitting. I don't know. We gotta eat lunch. It's late.
Meanwhile, down here in Texas, if it gets down in the teens, the whole state's shut down. You stay home, and like me, I made a YouTube video about it. But then I have to think about it. We get the flip side in the summers here, and you just learn to live your life. I remember a couple of summers ago, we had over 100 days where it broke 100 degrees every single day. Now, I know I need to lose weight, but being up here and spending my whole day in the sauna just doesn't sound very healthy. So to help deal with this heat issue, I reached out to 3D Air in Manville this last week. They showed up. So I reached out on Thursday night. They showed up Friday, midday, gave me a quote. Then they were here on Wednesday to install it. It took them a day to install it. They did a great job. I'm really happy that I ended up letting somebody else do it. Now, I have to admit, I've always been the type of person to think that I can DIY everything. But as I get busier with running the leather company, making leather goods, marketing, and creating the content, I'm trying to be smarter about when I buy back my time. And I knew from the start that I was going to hire out the electrical work, but I had originally planned on thinking that I would install a mini split myself. My neighbor installed his a few years ago, and he said it wasn't that hard, so I figured if worse came to worse, I could just have him help me do this. But I ended up going with the pros, and I'm sure glad I did. Now that the AC is in, I have to finish the installation, get the rock up, and then I can crank this thing down, get it nice and cool up here, and do the tape and floating in comfort. A few weeks ago, I introduced you to a challenge that I set for myself called the Design Rush. The goal is to add 12 new products to a website in 12 weeks. I kicked off the challenge by introducing you to our round crossbody bag, but I wanted to introduce you to a few of the other ones that I've added to the store so far. I'll start with the big one. This is the Weekender duffel bag. This big boy is 2 foot long, roughly 2 foot long, a foot wide, and a foot tall. If you're like me, you could live out of this for a couple weeks, but it's perfect for a couple's getaway. Everything you need can fit in there. We have the Cork and Carry wine bottle tote. So this is simple. I call it our wine koozie. If you have a wine fridge and keep your wine at a certain temperature, this helps keep it cool for the second glass. It has a drawstring, clasp on top, and removable strap. All of these products are available in our brown, saddle tan, and black. Next item is our koozie. So this is a beer can koozie or 12-ounce can koozie. It comes plain in all 3 colors, or you can get it with your logo added to it. The Legacy Snap Wallet. So this is a basic card wallet, kind of like a business card carrier. You got a pocket on either side, simple close it, and the snap. Looks nice, cool way to carry your business cards. And then I have our leather pocket protector. So this can fit in your shirt pockets, or in your shorts, your pants, your blue jeans back pocket. It's good for carrying tools or anything. If you're working on the car, stick it in your back pocket. You're not going to rip your pants from sticking a tool in there. So this puts us at the halfway point. That's 6 down, 6 to go. And I'm really excited to show you what I have next. If you have any products that you'd like to see, drop it in the comments and let me know. All right, well, that's it for this week's update. If you're new here, please subscribe so you can follow along as I turn this hobby of mine into a full-blown business. And hey, if I'm lucky, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.
Falcon Ridge Leather.
Ugh. Oh, that feels nice. This is really nice. I'm just going to do the rest of the video from right here if that's okay with you.